Hi guys, it's Sam and today I'm doing my June wrap-up. I read 3 books in June and that's because at the beginning of the month I took a little bit of a break from reading. I was just really stressed out with work and such, so I didn't read as much as I would have liked to, but I did read some good ones. So let's get started. The first book I read this month was Cinder from Marissa Meyer. This is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles series. I'm sure most people have read this by now. It's really taking a big sweep in the YouTube community. The third book just came out fairly recently. I think it was earlier this year. So for those of you that don't know, it is a fairy tale retelling. It is technically a retelling of Cinderella, but there are elements of other fairy tales mixed into it, so as the series progresses it's going to be more and more characters that are mixed in. There's already some hints at who some of the other characters will be in the first one, so I'm really looking forward to this series. Overall, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. It was a really interesting read. It was really fun, it was really fast-paced. I liked the environment they set it in, the very futuristic, sci-fi. Everything that was going on was really, really fantastic. I will be doing a full book review on that one soon. The second book I read this month was The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I know that I'm so behind. Everyone read this probably last year or the year before, so I wasn't even planning on reading it actually. I saw the movie was coming out. I read Looking for Alaska about 2 years ago and I really enjoyed it. It really stuck with me, but I didn't want to read The Fault in Our Stars for some reason. I know. I just wasn't really feeling it, and then I finished Cinder and I really wanted to read a book, so I ran to Walmart and one of the only books that they had that really appealed to me was The Fault in Our Stars, so I thought why not? I need some contemporary. I've been reading a lot of fantasy and sci-fi, so I picked it up. Overall, I really, really enjoyed it. Obviously, because I feel like everybody enjoys it, but not for the romance aspect. I could have taken or leave it, honestly. The thing that really stuck with me was how the characters handled their illness and how all the characters talked about it. How Hazel and her family handled her illness and her terminal diagnosis, but it seems like their terminal diagnosis. What really stuck out to me specifically was her interactions with her parents and how she kind of tries to coddle and help her parents, and some of the things that are said. One of the biggest quotes that stuck out with me was when she's talking about how she heard her mom one time crying and saying that she's not going to be a mother anymore. That got to me more than any of the romance stuff. Like, that made me so upset. So really, it was more about the familial interactions, the friendship interactions, more so than the love story, although the love story was very good. So I'm hoping to see the movie in the next week or so. My mom wants to see it and I'm going home to visit because I live on the other side of the country from my family. So I told her I'd wait and we'd see it together. So I will probably be posting a review after, like maybe the movie will make me love the romance more. Not that I didn't like the romance. I don't want to say that because I know that's some people's like ultimate OTPs of all time, but it wasn't the biggest thing that stuck with me, so I'm gonna see the movie, see how I feel, and then I'll post a review of that. But overall, I would give this probably a 4 or 5 out of 5, probably a 4 out of 5, so I really enjoyed it. If you haven't read it, go read it. I know everyone says that, but it is a really good contemporary break, even though it does have some really heavy topics involved. The last book I read was Strands of Bronze and Gold by Nickerson. It is a fairy tale retelling of the Bluebeard story. I did a review about this, so I'm going to post that down below. Overall, it was a really good book. I did really enjoy it, and if you enjoy fairy tale retellings, please read it because I think you'll really enjoy it. So that's it guys for my June wrap-up. Like I said, it was very short, but I didn't read too much this month. I already have read more books in July than I read in June, so I think I'll have a bigger wrap-up for you next month. So thanks for watching and I will see you soon.